And welcome to Planet 412. And you know who I am, and he is Blake Bodel. Thank you for being patient, everybody. We just wanted to make sure we got Blake on, and he's here. How you doing, sir?
Doing great, Matt. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm excited that we're on tonight, and excited that we're with our people here, and looking forward to a good show. What's been up lately?
Just work, man. Working away, getting things done around here, and trying to get the show up and going. Soon I'll have some guests coming on, though.
Awesome. I can't wait for it, man. Hello to everybody in the chat. It is awesome to be here. Hello to my mods, BJ, Josie, and Kel, Tim Houston, Karen Root, Fox Mulder. How's the hunting going, Fox? Where is your partner? She's a good looking woman. Ascension, how you doing? Quicksilver, how you doing? We didn't see you last show. Let's see who else. Um, El Martino, how you doing, brother? Owl Woman 13. I'll make sure I say hi to everybody I can see. Carol Cryptid. Um, who else we got here? Sandy, how you doing, Sandy Lucero? Uh, and I know everybody's going to keep coming in. How you doing, Ancient Ruby? Good to see you. We still need to talk, Ancient. So as the people come in, make sure, please, that you guys are clicking the like button. If you're not subscribed, please, what are you waiting for? Being in control of our channels, we have access to a lot of different things. And, I was surprised to find out, Blake, that, you know, um, on my channel, that more than 50% of the people that watch Planet 412 are not subscribed, which blows my mind. I've got almost 25,000 subscribers, which I am so uh, loving and happy to have all the people that are subscribed. But to find out that more than half of the people that watch are not subscribed. So there's more than what I have subscribed, not subscribed. So I
Yeah,
would love to have them apart. Guys, we have the memberships and everything else. So we'd love to have you. Without further ado, let's get going, man. We got a lot of
oh
stuff.
yeah,
People have sent things in, and we're really excited about that. Let me see here. Um, I am going to start with Kat. Kat always sends in a lot of good stuff. Um, so this first one she sent, it says, let me pause it real quick. I don't want it to start. It says ghost streamer captures haunting footage on a stream. So how appropriate, right? So let me share this real quick. All right. Oops. Hold on. I guess it started. What is that? I don't, oh, I see it. Hold on. That's weird. Some really strange thing just popped up. I'm not even going to say what it was. It was really funny, though. I'll have to share it with everybody after the show. It was hilarious.
for sure.
All right, everybody, here we go.
Following video, a group of friends are chatting over livestream and having a heated debate about a particular basketball team and its players.
Just wasn't meant to be.
Leaf, I gotta disagree with you, man.
No. Hold on.
All seems normal in this live stream when only minutes later, something happens that scares the living daylights out of everyone. Be sure to pay close attention to Christie's screen, as what happens in it leaves everyone feeling very unsettled. Take a look.
Y'all need to build off of those two people and a couple of more pieces. I do like RJ Barrett, but I don't know. It might be time for him to go as well. You never really know. So I say you just build off of those people. Was that a ghost?
I just personally.
Oh, yo, Junebug, chill out.
Yo, that wasn't even a person.
Junebug, chill out. I ain't got time for this.
Yo, did we catch a ghost on stream?
Bro, stop.
No, stop it. Stop it.
Junebug,
Run it
chill
back.
out.
I
I'm
gotta run it
alone.
back.
Hey, I didn't
Hold on,
see it.
bro. I will
I
turn
didn't
the
see
lights.
anything, man. I was looking at
I will
something.
turn on the lights. Stop playing, bro.
I'm looking at it right now.
I'm
Because
gonna
I'm
go
looking.
look at it right now because what?
back.
Bruh.
What? Junebug, what happened?
That
What?
was not a person, bruh.
Bro, chill out. What are y'all talking about? J-Rob, stop
Hey,
playing, bro.
y'all.
In the following video, a group of friends are chatting over
sorry,
live
hold
stream
on.
and having a heated debate about a
So, what did you think, real quick there, Blake, about that video?
Well, I was having a hard time seeing what was there.
Let me replay it. I'm gonna mute it, and I will let me mute this. Move it forward. All right, so this is right when it started. Okay. Okay, so I missed it too because I was doing something. So I didn't see what he saw. Oh, I see. Okay, hold on.
Kind of
So
looks like a
there's something
shadow.
right there. See it in the middle? Now, I don't know.
Oh,
Now, obviously, that could be anybody doing that. I mean, it looks like that's a feed from somewhere.
yeah. It's hard to say what that is right there because that's like a divider or something going on
Yeah,
right there.
it's in between the four people in the stream. There's like a picture of a being with glowing eyes. Yeah, I'm not real sure. I'm not even really gonna.
Yeah, that one's questionable for sure. I'm gonna say that's a hard one, man. Because
Yeah, we can't even really even
no,
see what that is there. So I'm going to say what I said last week. I appreciate everybody that sends in any videos. So we've had people complain about things being difficult to see. So what I had asked last week was, do us a favor and be, let's be vigil guys about whatever we pick to show. um, let's try and show videos that it has it up close. If you're good with what you do and you show something that's hard to see, throw it in something to edit and bring it up closer if you know how to do it. Otherwise, people are having trouble seeing it. But we appreciate whatever you guys are showing or sending. So let me see real quick what else was sent here. All right, inside Miami Mall alien footage. We've seen that one
oh,
before. No, okay, those ones I've seen. We saw here. All right, Thomas Dougal. He's a good friend of the show. He sent something. Let me see. All right, let me pause this. Let me bring it up close, and we will play this for you guys. Yep, it's muted. Oh, okay. This is an AI here.
I
That's
was about to
okay.
say that.
Well, we like to watch it, and him and I get a kick out of these. So
Oh,
I
me
guess
too. Me too.
I should have looked what it was real quick. My bad, everybody.
They're fun though. They're fun.
They are. Let me stop sharing this window real quick. And then I will make sure whatever I'm showing you guys before I pop it up here. Let me see. BJ actually sent me something too. All right, this is from our head mod, BJ Lapierre. Let me share this tab, and we will get this rolling. Thank you, BJ.
ears.
He's smiling at me, and then he just vanishes.
Ears, dude. Ha. Ha. My door's up. See its arm? Dude? That is not... Hi.
Hi. That cracks me up. It's smiling. That's so creepy. Look how it's white its teeth are. Yeah. And that's what's been reported, that they smile at you, or maybe they're snarling. This is incredible.
Now, BJ, that's an awesome pick. I'm going to play this again after it, and she's right. Number one, I always laugh about this Dee's Dark Adventure. She always says hi to whatever, these things don't care if you're saying hi. That's fear, obviously. Did you ever see this clip, Blake?
No, it's the first time seeing this one.
We went over this one last week. There's a longer clip of it. I really think this is real, this one. She definitely did not expect to catch this. This thing ends up cloaking and disappearing, and she jets. But they do smile at people. I thought the one that attacked us either smiled or I argued with one of my buddies. I said it smiled at us before it ran up the stairs. He said no, it just showed its teeth. I don't know, but that goes into that wheelhouse of, did it smile or did it snarl? So let's play this again.
I just saw eye shine. It's got ears.
He's smiling at me, and then he just vanishes.
Ears, dude. Ha. Ha. My door's up. See its arm? Dude?
Yeah, that's why.
That is not... Hi.
Hi. That cracks me up.
So, real quick, Ancient Ruby, I saw your comment about you're going to say bear. It has arms. Like, do you see that, Blake?
Yeah, it looks like it has like a tone on the shoulders there.
Yeah,
You
for
definitely
sure.
see some kind of shoulder, brawly shoulders. Like it's tucked in or tucked out, I should say. And yeah, it's definitely something, man.
There's some really good views of it here. Here, like right here, and I'm gonna mute it so I can move it.
It is creepy seeing the mouth, though. I mean, you can tell it's teeth.
Yeah, you can see the teeth and everything, and there's better views out there, like the one video that we saw. Lawrence, I appreciate that comment by the way. And man, do we have some other on the ground investigations coming up on location. And Blake, like I said last time, man, I would love for you to come with us on some of these.
Oh, I would love to. As soon as I get, to a good situation with money and all that, I'd love to make a trip up there sometime.
Well, we would like to come, down to Texas too, so we could actually shorten that trip up for you.
Yeah, I could definitely tell you that there's some strange things over here in the Big Thicket. So.
Oh, I'm sure. And I know I've heard some of it, and also the Dogman Triangle down there.
Oh yeah, that's right above me somewhere.
So everybody, we saw a lot of this last week. Some of you that are here were not here last week. What are your thoughts on this clip? I know this is a short. I know it's not super clear. The one we saw last week was a lot clearer. And guys, if I ever, disagree with any of you, it's not a negative, in between us. It's just, a friendly, I'm not real sure I agree with you. So Ancient Ruby, no disrespect to you. And I do see what you mean. But like where you see my pointer is here, you see the shoulder, you see the separation and an arm there. Like I don't see bears having that type of build. What do you think, Blake?
Yeah, it just kind of looks like it's, the head size of it looks like it's got a long snout on it, and bears have like a shorter snout. Just by it's kind of hard to tell in the video there, but it definitely has a different shape than a bear's head.
Yeah,
the ears
for sure.
Look different. The ears are kind of a little more pointy on this thing, so you can kind of tell there's ears on top for sure.
For sure.
But I could say I'm gonna say it's probably definitely some kind of. I think it's like a junior dog man, because it kind of looks smaller than the larger ones I've seen on footage.
Well, it's at a distance too.
True, true.
How about this view right here? Better. You
Yeah, let
see
me
the
get a better
ears.
look.
You actually
Oh,
even
oh
see
yeah,
some of the build on the chest too.
yeah. Maybe you're right. It does. It is a further away, so it definitely could be. Yeah, that's interesting.
Now, David Wolf from ETS Exposing the Strange. Um, has a picture on his channel in one of his videos where he caught one. We always talk about there's some that are smaller. There's some, that have human builds that, instead of versus the big one that me and my friends saw. So this is out of that wheelhouse of, being more of a human build. And to Professor and Lawrence, I appreciate your comments, guys, very much. That means a lot to me. You guys said those types of things. That means the world to me. Thank you. And, we talked a lot last week about this video, guys. Do you guys think this is legit? I do. And hello to Melody. So we're going to move on from this one. Thank you, BJ, for sending us in. I'm glad you got to see this too, Blake.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely look at it a little better down the road here.
I will make sure that I send you
Please do. Yeah.
a better view of this. Let's see here. Tim, thank you, my friend. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
Well, that's awesome, dude. Good.
Yeah, my
Cool.
people are awesome for sure. Um, don't look behind me. I don't want to look behind me. I definitely have been getting things behind me, especially since I've gone on location lately.
Yeah, I had a weird thing happen this morning, so I try not to look behind me after that. That was weird, but
You want to share it?
yeah, I can share it with you real quick. I uploaded a video on Facebook just to talk about it right after it happened. I was driving down my dirt road here and past the Pitcher Plant Creek Trail, right by the Big Thicket Reserve. It's real foggy, right? It was real foggy in front of me. You can only see maybe 50 to 100 feet above you or ahead of you. I see this weird. I don't know what it was, man. It was weird. It was like a weird, like almost like a human on all fours, right?
I
On his
saw it.
hands.
I saw your
Yeah,
post.
and it just had the rear end up in the air, and it was running across the road. So I don't know what the heck it was, man. It freaked me out because I slowed down and go, what was that? Am I seeing stuff or what?
So
It was
definitely not like your normal kind of animal or anything.
no, it looked weird. It looked strange to me, unnatural. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. My wife heard me talk about crawlers and other things, and I go, you know what? I didn't think about that. It kind of had a similar look to that. It was skinny looking, whatever it was. So I don't know. I've been like stumbling over my words when I seen that, and I was like, I don't know what it was. So it happened so fast. I wish I could have gotten it on video, but early in the morning, heading out to work, and I see that running across the road, and I'm like, that wasn't a deer. What was
Right?
that? Because the rear end's up in the air, just
Okay.
remind me of a human, but the rear end up in the air, so it was weird, really weird looking.
You know what I've actually decided I'm going to do when I remember to do it? I'm going to look for a 4K camera for my car that records front and back so that it's going all the time. I don't have to worry about getting my phone out or anything, so that if something comes up, I got it. Especially
Yeah,
when I'm going into these places on location, I have it. Or, and then you have it rolling if, God forbid somebody
I
rear
was
ends
thinking the
you
same
or,
thing. You
yeah,
know.
or somebody slams on their brakes on purpose, you have it recorded.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I've heard
yeah.
stories like that too. You probably find videos of that where people are driving along and they're actually catching like Bigfoots or some
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of creatures on film. Because
for
they have it
sure.
right on the windshield. So
Yep.
yeah, good idea. I definitely need to get that myself.
Yeah, there's some good ones out there. They're not that expensive. So I'm gonna I'm gonna keep an eye out on Amazon and see if there's any good ones out there.
Yeah, great
Uh,
idea, man.
let's see here. I know that. Um, let me see. Let's see, David Becerra. I think he sent one. Yeah, he did. David Becerra. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. British cryptids, the Souter sea wolf. Let me see how long this is. This is 8 minutes. So we'll save this one for later in the show. I think somebody sent something here. I want to get that up real quick too. I want to make sure I. Sandy Lucero. Thank you, Sandy. That is so awesome. You guys are the best. Thank you. Um,
Oh,
let
and
me,
thank you, Cal.
yeah, Cal's awesome, man. Let me pull this off the screen real quick. I'm going to share. There's a video I was watching earlier. I was looking up something for you guys for us to watch, and I found a really cool one. So that's what I'm going to pull up for you, and it has multiple videos in one video. So let me get that up for you guys. All right, here we go. Let me pop this sucker up, pause it. Now, NVTV sometimes has some decent videos, sometimes they have some bad videos.
Yeah.
So we will check this one out and see what they have in here and if it's worth, worth our time.
Yeah,
So
let's check it out.
we'll play it, we'll stop, we'll discuss.
I was surprised when I reviewed my trail cam. It appears I caught a few strange things. What do you think?
That's odd.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay. Now that looks like for sure AI or that was edited.
Yeah, that's
100.
I'm gonna agree with you on that.
Yeah, 100%. And it says 2003, but you can even if you look at the feet, you can even see like separation from the feet.
Yeah.
And it's too clear for the other stuff there.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you're right. It definitely looks like somebody edited that in
Yep,
there.
for sure. So I'm not even going to stop the video on these types of things. What I am interested in though is where it started out at right here.
It appears I caught a few strange things.
This one right here.
Yeah, that one gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, I mean it matches up with the other parts of the camera. It looks like it was legitimately caught in there. I mean, everybody watching too, please feel free to throw your thoughts into this picture. What do you guys think this could be? Or be beer be? What do you think, Blake? This I've never seen anything like this.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, it kind of looks similar to what I saw this morning. Well,
Really?
a little different, but it definitely has a similar color to it, and the way the back of the legs look. It kind of reminds me of like bird-like legs on it,
Yeah.
and I don't know. It's an interesting one. I'm gonna say I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to make of that one, but it's definitely something something weird, man.
Carol Cryptid says Skinwalker. Ron Mig
She could be right.
says person. Um, Professor or what says that looks like the back half of a deer standing up.
Oh, okay. Let me
Josie
kind of see
said
that.
Josie said the legs look like the lichens in the underworld. Huh.
Yeah, I kind of see yeah, I see the deer part of the legs. Kind of looks like that, but it also does look like the lichen kind of legs, that
Yeah.
arch. That
BJ,
is interesting. Yeah.
I agree. BJ says crawlers, black-eyed kids, and clowns all give me the creeps. Sandy Lucero says, I don't know why it just looks fake to me. Very possible, Sandy. Carol Cryptid says, not deer. BJ says, definitely has the backward bend on the upper leg. Yeah, for sure. You can't see any arms or anything there.
Yeah, maybe it's twisting, like as it's going across.
Right. And it could also be you don't see any upper portions of anything because it's could be a hoax.
Exactly.
Right.
You got a good point there.
So, yeah, unfortunately.
That's unfortunately with, the way the picture and the pixels in there, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, it is. All right. So let's move from this picture here. I'm going to move past that one too.
Yeah. We already know what that one is.
Yep.
That's not human! That's not human!
Those Curry is an area
Yeah,
on
this
the
was a
western
good
side of our
story.
county. It has a few small
Oh, I heard this
stores,
one.
residences. About 11 o'clock p.m. that evening, a call came into our 911 dispatch of an individual standing on the side of the road, and it appeared to be bleeding. Now, he stated he was traveling 55 or 60 mile an hour, so I can see how traveling at that speed in the dark, it would be difficult to exactly identify what he saw. But he stated that it looked like a human being standing there with streaks of blood coming down. It is very hard to listen to that call, to that 911 tape, without becoming somewhat unnerved. It actually bothered me the first time that I heard it.
What's the address of your emergency?
I'm driving on 210. I just crossed the Black River, and I thought I saw a guy standing on the side of the road bleeding.
Okay, where are you at, sir?
I'm on 210. I just crossed the Black River. I'm heading towards 53E. I just passed Patriots Watch.
Okay, so you're over near Morse Creek?
Yes.
Okay. And did you saw a man standing on the side of the road?
What the?
What was that, sir?
That's not human! That's not human!
Sir, are you okay, sir?
There's something in the bed of my truck!
Okay, what's in the road?
No, it's not in the road, it's in my truck! In the bed!
There's something in the bed of your truck?
Yes, ma'am, I just turned on my bed light for my truck.
Agreed, Carol. This is freaky.
Okay, so when you say something, what do you mean?
I just knocked it off of the bed of my truck and went over my roof.
Okay, what was it?
According to the CAD notes and the deputy reports, this thing jumped into the back of his pickup truck and began to actually beat on the top of the cab of his truck. You could actually hear something beating on the top of the truck. The caller stated that it was beating and scratching on the top of the cab of his truck. He actually stated that he was able to engage his bed light and was able to somewhat identify this object that was in the back of his truck. At some point, he was able to slam on his brakes, and the force of inertia actually threw this thing out over his hood and onto the highway, where this thing stood up in the roadway, made its way to the wood line, and disappeared in the woods.
Well, real quick, I'm just going to pause it. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. We've watched that video multiple times on there. They have a police officer who comes on. It's a legit 911 call. The officer comes on. It's a really freaky, real event that occurred. Really, no reason to discuss, it other than just it. If you believe what happened or not. I mean, I do. The legitimacy of it, having police involved, call, they investigated it, so we'll just move on here.
Yeah, I'll say it's definitely true.
Yeah, it's freaky, boy.
Yeah.
So we've been driving for a few hours. We got really turned.
And real quick, if he would have had a camera system on the front and back of it, he would have got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Get them, guys.
Around out here, the
I'm going
roads
to.
just go every which direction. I was reading online, they said that like skinwalkers are out here. I don't believe it, but I don't know. What's that?
Andrew.
Do you see that?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna roll the window down.
Oh, what is it? What is that?
Do you see that? Oh my gosh.
Stop. What the heck?
What did he see? Hold on, I'm running it back.
Yeah, that's.
I saw eye shine.
I did too, and that's why I was trying to figure out what he was backing away from. Like it wasn't right on him.
No. And the people that make these videos, I mean, there's programs out there that, you know, you can zoom up on stuff.
So we've been driving for a few hours. We got really turned around out here. The roads just go every which direction. I was reading online, they said that like skinwalkers are out here. I don't believe it, but I don't know. What's that?
Andrew.
Do you see that?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna roll the window down.
Oh, what is it? What is that?
Do you see that? Oh my gosh.
Stop. What the
I
heck?
didn't see it. Hold on.
So we've been driving for a few hours. We got really turned around out here. The roads just go every which direction. I was reading online, they said that like skinwalkers are out here. I don't believe it, but I don't know. What's that?
Andrew.
Do you see that?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna roll the window down.
Oh, what is it? What is that?
Do you see that? Oh my gosh.
Stop.
Well, they're seeing something that we don't.
I don't see it either. I'm really looking carefully, and
Well,
I hear
normally,
a scream.
hold on. Normally, thank you, Joe. So much. They normally zoom up too on these videos. Appreciate you very much, Joe. Sounds like Indian
I was gonna say that sounds like an Indian folk or something.
chant. Now it could be edited. They might have just thrown that. Oh no, he said he heard it.
Ugh. This kind of gives you a creepy vibe.
I would not get out unless I had a gun.
Yeah.
I'm literally so scared. I keep hearing something around me. I don't know what it is. This is literally the worst experience I've ever had. I'm freaking out. I should not have come here. Hello? Hello? Guys, there's someone out there. It's like, what is that? Do you see that?
I see that.
What is that?
Looks like he's wearing a robe.
Should we get closer?
No.
Let's do it.
No. Just go fast. Ew.
What is that? See, it almost looks like he's looking at us. Let's get out of here. I don't know. Let's get out of here.
Can't be here this time.
I don't know. We're gonna have to back up out of here. Is that it again?
Yeah.
Why does it look like it's following?
He keeps appearing.
I'm gonna roll the window down.
No.
Hello?
No.
Okay, we're fine, we're fine. You okay?
Huh.
Okay. Let's just get out of here.
Thank you, Sandy, so much. Oh, good. There he goes. He's slowing it down and showing.
Yeah, I'll give it a better look.
He always does. Hold on, let me run that back. That was in the way there. Thank you, Sandy. I don't see anything.
Yeah, I don't know if they're trying to claim that's something there, that little lighter color there in the left, the bush.
Oh, yeah, right here.
Yeah. I don't know. That's hard to.
I don't know. Guys, do you see something there?
It looks like a shape of something, but I don't know. That's
Hold on.
almost gives me a stage vibe there, you know?
Yeah, right here, it definitely, it does seem kind of staged. That does have like it could be pareidolia. I mean, it does look like there's a head and arms there, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't really tell. I mean, if you guys see something else, please let me know.
Yeah, please do. 'Cause what I'm seeing, it looks like I don't see like movement on it, you know? It's hard to tell.
No. They're just reacting, with fear, but I don't. Somebody said Groot. That's so funny. I'm going to move it back again. And he's saying, let me see what he says.
What is that?
We notice a tall figure standing behind a bush. Oh, so behind the bush.
Should we get closer?
If I was in that truck, I would have pulled right up on it. Moved in a very unhuman way. We noticed it look at us and got nervous.
Huh.
See.
All right, hold on. I'm getting comments here. So Ancient Ruby says if you look close, he turns her head like she is putting something in his pocket or getting out. Don't think it's a person. Carol Cryptid says too pale and with what would be doing out there in the total darkness. Let's see.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to say it's kind of hard to make out for me.
Out. I should not have come here. You see that? Oh my gosh.
Stop. What the heck?
I'm literally so scared. I keep hearing something around me. I don't know what it is. This is literally the worst experience I've ever had. I'm freaking out. I should not have come here. Hello? Hello? Guys, there's someone out there. It's like, what is that? Do you see that?
I see that.
What is that?
Looks like he's wearing a robe.
Should we get closer?
No.
Okay, let's do it.
No. Just go fast. Ew.
What is that? See, it almost looks like he's looking at us. Let's get out of here. I don't know. Let's get out of here.
Can't be here this long.
I don't know. We're gonna have to back up out of here. Is that it again?
Yeah.
Why does it look like it's following?
He keeps appearing.
I'm gonna roll the window down.
No.
Hello?
Just look at us. No.
Okay, we're fine, we're fine. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Just get out of here.
Well, it kind of does look like it turns. You do the plus on it. I see it now. Are you there, Matt?
Yeah, I saw a couple things. I definitely saw some stuff. I'm just not sure exactly what that was.
Yeah, I kind of saw it move behind the bush, like it went up in the air and around. So I thought it was this little thing to the left, but I don't think that was it.
Right. Huh.
But it could be multiple things there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whoa. What was that?
What did you see?
If you look carefully to the right, it almost looks like something jumps over. Or it's just the way the bush was. Oh man, it's hard to see right there.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, you saw something again?
Yeah, it looks like something pops over. If you look carefully to the right, when it gets back to that bush in the middle here, see right there, it hopped over.
I'm not seeing it. Hold on.
Okay, watch carefully where you had your.
Right here.
1 second. When you get back on it, right about now. See?
Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it, guys. Watch my pointer. It's gonna be over here when we go back to it.
So that's where it is. I thought it was the thing to the left.
It's right in here.
Oh, there it goes. What the hell is that?
Yeah, it happens right in here, guys.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it in the beginning. So.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of whitish.
Yeah, that's.
And whatever it was just now was actually up here. It was tall.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. It was standing up and then it jumped down.
For sure.
It did take a few plays to be able to see it.
For sure. I agree, Nuclear Nixon. I mean, the changes from size and up and down, and then I just saw something black move through there too. Skinwalker, maybe. I don't know.
That's what I was going to say. Probably an S. Yeah, I always
There's
say
something
S.
right there too. Something black, and it just moved too.
It almost looks like there's multiple things in there.
Look right here.
I see it.
And then it moves.
Huh.
It's gone.
That is weird.
New England Dirt Roadie said this is a clip from Horror in the High Desert. Are you serious? Look, there's something right there. Right there. Is it really New England Dirt Roadie? Because if this is really a clip from a movie, I am going to. And look right here. That looks like a person, 100%.
Yeah, see, that's what I was focusing on. I thought that's what the whole video was about, but then I see this weird thing pop out of nowhere to the right, where you were pointing out, you know? So.
Lawrence says this is a ritual.
Oh,
Man, if this is from a movie, I'm going to be. New England says it's a fantastic series. So is it a series about supernatural stuff? Is it real, like supposed to be like, you know, they're investigating? I definitely have seen stuff for sure now.
That's a trip. That's a trip.
Yeah, definitely spooky, man. Okay, I think Dirt Road. There's something right there too. Dirt Roadie says scary. Yeah, I think I will watch it. So, what's the name of it again, guys? I'm gonna write it down. Horror in the High Desert.
Hello? Hello?
Is it their feet? Oh, they're
Hello?
singing.
Hello?
I have to think that's added, though.
Kind of feels like it's added for sure.
Hello?
Hey, crying. I bet he was screaming. I agree, Tim. Put some shoes on. know what I'm going to say? This one was one of NVTV's better videos. Normally, NV has some not the greatest stuff in the world.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of it I was avoiding in the past because it just had a lot of fake stuff going on there.
Right.
But
So, what were your thoughts on this video?
well, after one of the people in there saying it's from a show, is that what they were saying?
Well, I thought it was from a movie or something they were saying, but I guess there's a show that it's supposed to be kind of ghost hunting, I guess, or something like that.
Like
Um,
researchers heading
I
out there
think
getting
so.
things.
I think that's the impression I got.
Well, the first thing I thought we were trying to focus on was that figure looked like a person standing there, in the left of the bush. But then I started focusing to the right, and you see that thing like pop out of nowhere and move over
Right.
on that part of the video, and it got me. I started buying into it. I definitely think there was something going on there. But all the other things with the chatter you're hearing in the native, I'm questionable on that one. I'm not sure what
Yeah,
to think of that. So
I agree. That one, I think it's 100% was added. It was
yeah,
edited in. BJ just sent the link for Horror in the High Desert, so I'm actually going to
I'll have to check that
share
out.
that real quick. BJ, do me a favor from now on when you share links for me. Could you share it to my messenger so I can put it up if I need to? I'm going to send that to my messenger. I want to show everybody what that is. There's a trailer for it. I want everybody to be able to see it. All right, hold on a sec. Um, but as a whole, what did you guys think about that video?
Yeah, I was trying to read and see what they were saying in the comments there. Somebody said it's a trailer for the show.
Let's see.
Creepy. Yeah. I definitely got a creepy vibe off it. If it was a show or, you know, it was definitely getting me into it. I was like, huh. So
No problem, BJ. It's okay. If you could just send that over to my messenger real quick, I'd appreciate it. And
good
thank,
point there.
thank you to David for sending over what you sent to. Let me go here real quick. I'm looking for. I think one other person sent something. Okay, BJ actually just sent me the trailer, so that's what I'm going to play for you guys. So give me one sec, and I'll throw that up. Let me share it real fast. I'm interested to see what this thing is. Everybody was actually giving it a lot of praise in the chat. All right, here we go.
This wasn't a normal search and rescue because, Gary didn't tell anybody where he was going.
The clock was ticking. They very much needed to find Gary as soon as possible.
Oh, I watched this last week. This is a scary, very disturbing.
Hey guys, up here at the top of the mountain, as you can see, there's a great view.
Okay, so I want to ask everybody something. I watched this at home last week. I know you guys, some of you said you're not into with what we do here. What was that?
My dog in the background.
Oh, okay.
Sorry
When I
about that.
saw your reaction, you had it look like,
Yeah, well, my dog was growling at the door. I'm like, what is she doing?
hey, you
Sorry
know
about
what?
that.
No, don't apologize. I just saw your face. I was like, uh-oh. Guys, I watched this last week. I know you said you don't dig the longer videos. I'm going to tell you right now, I really think it's worth watching. So I'm going to take a poll real quick. Would you rather stick with what we normally do? I'll play the shorter videos. We'll respond. We'll talk about what we're seeing. Or would you like to see something that I really think you would like to see? So we'll take that. We'll get your opinion real quick. If you would like to watch it, I will put it on. I really think it's good. Okay, Karen says yes. Main House says yes. Option two was that's did you stick with the show? You mean the normal stuff, Civil? 528. Sandy says yes. New England says yes. Lauren says yes. Go for it. Oh boy, everybody says yes. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna watch it. Guys, I think you will like it. It's disturbing and it's good.
Let's
All
do it.
right. Yep, for sure. All right, let me make this small. Horror in the High Desert. It is an hour 20. What do you guys think? Do you want to watch still? I mean, that's about how long we got left in the show, but I don't think you'll be disappointed. I really don't. All right, let's just put it on. I don't want to make anybody upset. We'll go back to the normal thing next show.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think when I told Gary something bad is going to happen, did I think it was going to be this?
I can't imagine what Gary must have been going through and how he must have felt being so alone and so far out there.
He said that the longer he stood and looked at it, the more spooked that he got, the feeling of dread, the sixth sense that he needed to get out of there.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
I'm not sure. I'm at my brother's house.
It's sorry,
20
guys.
Pine
Sorry.
Street in Root.
And what is your emergency?
My brother, he's missing.
How long has he been missing?
I don't know. He went on a hike and he was supposed to be back 2 days ago. About a week or so, I think.
What is his name?
Gary Hinge.
His age?
31? No, 32. He's 32.
Do you know where he was hiking?
I don't. I'm trying to figure that out right now.
Okay. Someone is on their way to you to take a report now.
I first knew something was wrong when I was on the phone with my publisher and Simon kept trying to call in. And so once I was off the phone with my publisher, I called Simon, who's Gary's roommate. And he had told me that Gary was 2 days late. That's not Gary. You know, Gary would never leave Tuca that long, no, especially knowing that Simon had to go out of town. That's when I knew that there was something wrong and I needed to get there. So I packed up and left Panaca and headed straight to Ruth. I needed to see what was going on and make sure that my brother was okay and to take care of Tuca until he could get back. I really thought he would be back.
I first met Gary when they were having an event at the Nevada Northern Railway. And we both just kind of walked in each other's paths, you know, started talking about trains. And, you know, we were both looking for a place to stay. I was trying to find a place for work. He was in between places. And we kind of just happened upon this place.
The first time I heard the name Gary Hinge, I believe, was when I was working for the radio station NNN. It was, I was an investigative reporter. It was my first job right out of the gate. And my producer came to me and he was like, we have to cover this. I think it's a good idea for us to do this because the TV stations, the news had stopped reporting on it. And so this was a way for us to get exclusives and to keep the story going because according to everyone else that was hearing about it and reporting about it, it had just gone cold.
If you want me to describe my brother Gary, the best way to describe him is if there was a little old lady that said, can you please watch my purse? No matter where they were at, Gary would sit there and he would watch her purse and make sure that it was safe until she came back. That was just the type of person that he was. He was trustworthy and amazing.
Thank you, El Martino.
So Gary
You're
loved the
man.
outdoors. I mean, he was the king of outdoors, let's just say that. And I think a lot of people were really envious of him. Like he lived this beautiful, adventurous life that I think, you know, those who have the 9-to-5 job, you know, stuck behind a desk, I think really admired that about him.
Super smart, but definitely private. He kind of just kept to himself. If he wasn't in his room on his computer, then he was working on his model railroad. But other than that, yeah, just really kept to himself in his room making his videos. Super funny though. Definitely could make you laugh with a couple of his one-liners.
I started to learn more about who Gary was. And I found out that he was an extremely highly intelligent man. He's one of those people that was so smart that kind of had a hard time connecting with other people. So he mostly just kind of was more, you know, solitude and yeah, fascinating. The more I found out about him, the more I wanted to keep finding out about who is Gary. Gary had found his dream job. Being such an, you know, avid outdoorsman, he started to work for a startup company called Map Nevada. Now, what they do is they map out really remote locations for hunters. So they track wildlife, weather, terrain, and I mean, Gary was in heaven doing this.
He loved to be by himself out in the wilderness. He loved hiking and being adventurous. Any train he was drawn to. He loved trains.
Hey guys, filming another little YouTube video. at one of my favorite places. If I had more time, I would become one of the volunteers. But this is the Nevada Northern Railway Museum here in Ely. And it's kind of an old little copper mine, just preserved and left. They do some cool stuff though, like you can sleep in this old caboose from Kennecott, the big copper mine in the area, right outside my home in Ruth. It's kind of a neat little railroad museum. They just kind of let you walk around. And you know how much I love trains on top of hiking. Gotta do something in the wintertime when you can't be outside as much.
So I was really excited to take on this story, seeing that it was my first story. And it also took place in this tiny little town called Ruth. And so I grabbed a phone book and I just started calling. And I wanted to talk to anybody and everybody that would talk to me.
I first knew something was off when he asked me to watch his dog Tuca before he went out on one of his trips. And he never leaves Tuca. He always takes the dog with him, so I thought that was kind of weird. And he was acting super stressed out, even keeping himself even more. When he didn't come back after 2 days, I thought that was really strange. I had a flight to catch, so I just called Beverly to get the dog.
After I got off the phone with Simon, I tried Gary, and there was no answer. So I hurried and left, and I went to Ruth from Panaca, and it's only a couple hours away. So when I got there, Simon and Tuca were waiting on the front steps. Simon really needed to get to the airport in Las Vegas, so I asked him where Gary had gone to, and Simon didn't know. His roommate didn't even know. He just knew that he was on an expedition. To me, that wasn't right. So I tried Gary a couple of more times, and all it did was go to voicemail, and something was definitely wrong. And so I called the police and waited.
So I got Beverly's phone number, and this is the only time that I ever talked to her. And she was pretty angry with me once I told her that I was a reporter. And she did not want to have anything to do with me or our show, which I thought was really unfortunate because, the news stations, they had stopped reporting on this, and we were the only ones doing anything. And I thought, this is a way to help find your brother. I don't understand why you don't want to give me the time or day, but she didn't, and she quickly hung up. And that was the only time that I spoke to Beverly.
Gary became so obsessed with survivalism. He would watch the Discovery Channel. He would watch YouTube. He would study it and find the most remote places, no cell service, no provisions of any kind other than what he took. And it used to scare the heavens out of me. I mean, I was petrified for him, and I would worry so much. But after a while, it was Gary.
So guys, I'm here hiking around, and this is one of the cool secrets I have in the wilds of Nevada is this cemetery from the late 1800s, old mining camp, but I won't disclose the name for safety reasons. Don't want anyone getting lost out here, but you can see all these old graves, wood stones unmarked, graves with no names now. Give you an idea of where I had to hike from is that mountain way over there is my truck's on the other side of it. So hiked over that mountain and I'm way out this way now, hiking around.
I wouldn't say what Gary was doing was hiking. These were multiple day survival excursions.
In the beginning, what gave me hope was the fact that when Gary was much younger, like second grade, we all went camping, and Gary disappeared from the campsite. And we searched for him and searched for him. And we were also worried. Mom and Dad were just terrified. I was terrified. We didn't want to leave the mountain to go and get cell service or anything. We just went looking for him. And we looked for him all night. And the next morning, we came up to a sheep herder's camp thinking, we're going to tell him, look, keep an eye out for the second grader that was missing. And we walk up, and there is my little brother, Gary, playing with the animals. He'd known that if he got to the sheep herder's camp, he would be okay, that Mom and Dad would come and look for him. And he was so resilient. It was in him, second nature.
So after speaking to a bunch of people in Ruth, I started to learn a little bit more about Beverly and Beverly's relationship with Gary in the past. So she had a lot of anger towards Gary. She really blamed him for their parents' death. And then when their parents did pass away, she was stuck still raising Gary. And so she held quite a lot of resentment against him.
Well, I was mad at Gary when Mom and Dad died. They were out on a fishing trip, and Mom and Dad liked to do some night fishing. And so they went out, and they'd hung the lantern where they could see it so they could get back to shore safely, back to camp without hitting any rocks. Well, Gary decided that he was going to go hunting frogs and everything, and he went exploring. And while he was out there, he hung the lantern up so that he could see what he was doing. Meanwhile, Mom and Dad decided that they were going to come back in and call it a night. So they headed for the lantern, not knowing that Gary had moved it while he was exploring. And so they followed the light. And it was the wrong spot. They didn't make it back because they hit the rocks, and had Gary not hung the lantern up where he was at and left it where it needed to be, there wouldn't have been any problems.
I just felt super bad for Beverly. I could just hear her inside Gary's room sobbing.
You're really making me miss my brother, Gary.
Hearing people refer to Gary as a hiker. And in my opinion, I don't really think that's correct, because to me, Gary's more of a survivalist. He would go out into the wilderness for, a week or two on end with just a backpack. He's kind of like the MacGyver of the wilderness, just to survive and live off of the land and, filter his own water. So to hear him just be like, oh, he's just a hiker gone missing, he's not.
When Gary and I first started living together, I actually went out with him on one of these things. And I just kept telling myself the entire time, never again. Gary wouldn't let us bring enough food or water, and it was the most miserable experience. The one thing I did like about it was we kept on finding these 1800s abandoned mining kind of structures, which was super cool.
This wasn't a normal search and rescue because, Gary didn't tell anybody where he was going on his excursion, and he would go really deep into the wilderness and he'd be gone for a week or so. So no one had any idea where to even start looking. And so police decided the best way, or the only thing they could think of, was to maybe check his cell phone and his cell phone pings and Watchtower. And it looked to be as he had turned his cell phone off shortly after leaving his home.
When Beverly showed up to get the dog, yeah, I regret that now. I kind of lashed out at her.
I was so put off when I got to town, and he was so antsy to get out of there. And, you know, being my brother's roommate, not even asking where he was going to be, or, you know, if there was going to, you know, any issue that might set up a red flag if he didn't come home. You know, he had his dog and everything, and he knew he needed to be out of town. I didn't feel right about it. It just didn't feel right. And, you know, a week or so before that, Gary had confided in me that him and Simon weren't getting along very well. And so he wanted to move out. And so it just didn't feel right. So I let the cops know. You know, I just don't trust him. There's just something to not be concerned at all where your roommate's going to be, and, you know, more worried about getting on a plane than somebody missing that's supposed to be your friend close to you. No.
We never talked about that. He never told me where he went hiking ever. He never mentioned it. And even if we did talk about it, I'm pretty sure he probably wouldn't have told me. So, but at the beginning, I understood, you know, she needed someone to point the finger at, and she was super upset, understandably. But after some time, you know, it just kind of got old. So I called her and I, you know, told her that there's no way I would have known, and just, by the way, you're his sister, so why didn't you know?
When I first reported Gary missing, the police were wonderful. They were really on top of it. They did an APB, be on the lookout for his truck, himself, park rangers, fish and game, everything. You know, we live in a small town. People don't go missing all the time. And so this was a big deal, and they really took it seriously. They had it everywhere. I was embarrassed that I didn't know exactly where he was at. You know, I'm his sister. I should have known. I should have known.
My first thought when I heard he was missing was, it'd be near impossible to find him. Either he finally just injured himself, or maybe he had eaten something that he didn't know was going to make him so sick.
It'd been 2 days since I'd reported him missing, and I hadn't slept more than 10 to 15 minutes at a time. I had people calling and were so concerned and wanted to know where to start looking for him. But not knowing where he was at, where would I have them look? And then the phone call came. They'd found Gary's truck. Such a sinking feeling, such a sick to my stomach feeling that this was now very real. After the cops called and let me know that they'd found his truck, they came and picked me up and took me to it. It was about 55 miles out of town. And we got there and seeing his truck, I was so hopeful, you know, thinking, he probably fell, maybe broke an ankle, stuck in a ravine, can't get himself out. But I had hope, you know, I really had hope that we were gonna find him okay.
It just wasn't in a place where Gary would have left it, you know? Like, it wasn't in a spot where he would want to go to explore.
While I was sitting there watching him process Gary's truck, I was looking around. This wasn't Gary. He loved to explore vast forests, rocky hills, beauty, not just a rolling hill of dirt. Something wasn't right.
I'm a private investigator. I was hired by Beverly shortly after Gary's truck was found. The high desert, as you can see, it's very beautiful. It's very majestic, has mountains, valleys, plains, forests. It has it all, but it's also quite dangerous and very unforgiving.
So after Gary's truck was found, a search began, and people really rallied.
Gary went missing in the hottest part of the summer, and what we see most of the time in disappearance like his is people suffering from heat stroke, dehydration, sometimes even injury.
People started showing up, and then more people started showing up, and next thing I know, it's a whole whirlwind. There were people there that I didn't know, that Gary didn't know. There were people bringing drones, all kinds of search and rescue. It was the most humbling experience to know that these strangers were out there helping to try to find my brother and bring him home.
So once Gary's truck was found, Beverly was, let's just say she was very vocal about how the truck seemed to be parked in a suspicious location. Like, she was just convinced that her brother had not parked it there. Her brother wouldn't park it there, and she would not stop talking about it. So the cops eventually looked into this.
The clock was ticking. They very much needed to find Gary as soon as possible. Beverly, on the other hand, was very much in their way. She was in the way, and she was really messing things up.
Searching the high desert isn't easy. I mean, it's not an easy task. People think it is. People think you can just get up in the air in a helicopter and fly around and look at the ground and, you know, see someone. But once you're on the ground, there's abandoned mines, there's bushes and tree cover, and it's super difficult. So finding someone it's not easy as people think it is.
Oh my God, sheep. Hi, sheep. Look at all the sheep. Sheep are a lot nicer than people. Hey, little sheeps. Look at all you guys. Roaming the land. Doing what you need to do. Geez, they all ran away from me. Can't even make friends with sheep.
The officers didn't want me to participate in the search. They thought it was best that I stay home at Gary's place in case he tried to contact me, call, or show up.
I was very much familiar with the lead investigator. We had worked together before, and we were definitely familiar with each other. I called him to kind of check up on things and see where the investigation was headed and if they had any new information. He told me that they had made a discovery in the truck. But since I was not formally hired by Beverly, I had to contact her first before they would discuss the matter with me.
I was hopeful that they had good news. But the officer asked me if Gary had any enemies or if I knew anybody that may want to hurt him. I asked the officer why. Why would he ask that? And in confidence, they told me that they had evidence that Gary did not drive his truck out there.
So I waited a couple of hours and went over to Gary's house where Beverly was staying, and she was absolutely hysterical. She told me that the police had informed her that in Gary's truck, they had discovered prints on top of Gary's all over, on top of the steering wheel, the dashboard, the gear, and what was most surprising or alarming was that they discovered footprints, bare footprints, and they were scarred and unidentifiable, which even added more to the mystery.
The footprint was there. He said that it was barefoot.
So someone drove Gary's truck barefoot. And it just doesn't sit well with me because it's like, what happened? Why was this person not wearing shoes? What was going on? Like, it's just odd, and it's very, I don't know. It's just, it made my skin crawl.
Oh, look at the little baby deer. That's kind of cool to see. You don't see that too often.
I hadn't been sleeping and everything, and my mind was just reeling. I had a lot of things going through my head, different scenarios. Maybe he picked up a friend. Maybe somebody stole his truck while he was out hiking. Or maybe he picked up a hitchhiker and the hitchhiker had done something to him. I don't know, at this point, so many things were just going through my head, just over and over again, which didn't help me try to get any sleep.
So Beverly still wanted me to vet out Simon because she still thought he was very suspicious. And I did too. I looked into him again, and lo and behold, he was ruled out as a suspect. But through that process, I actually learned that Gary had been talking to someone that he met on a Facebook Messenger group. They had been corresponding with each other through a local sellers group, and I guess they had been commenting on each other's posts, and one thing led to another, and they became more than friends. When I confronted this person, he was very much terrified. Didn't want to talk to me, didn't want to have anything to do with me or the investigation. And I told him, if you don't talk to me, you're going to have to talk to the cops, and they're going to really bust your ass. And I think he was terrified of being outed in his community because it's such a small town. Not a lot of gay people. And so he did talk to me. He told me that he didn't have anything to do with Gary's disappearance. He was sad and upset that Gary had disappeared. He didn't know what happened to him. I guess I did believe him. He really didn't want to discuss it, but ultimately when I did check out his alibi, he was cleared as a suspect.
Hey guys, now that I'm done chasing sheep around like a crazy person in the mountains, I've seen a lot out here, mining camps, mines, abandoned towns, buildings, remnants of the past. But the coolest and my favorite personally is all the Native American remnants. I love finding arrowheads and seeing petroglyphs on mountainsides, just old writing from the native people who lived here long before any settlers moved in. To me, that's the coolest stuff to see. But it's getting dark now, the sun's setting. I think I'm gonna call it a night and get settled in my camp.
They were still processing the crime scene and everything, and they came across an envelope in his center console. It had his rent money in it. To me, that said that whoever he was with wasn't there to take his money or anything that he might have had. I awoke to the police officers knocking on my door, and they were informing me that they called off the search. And while they're explaining things to me, I'm seeing them talk, and I'm not comprehending anything. Everything was just kind of flashing, and I'm seeing their faces and I'm seeing their lips move, and then they're looking at me like I'm crazy. And next thing I know, I'm on a stretcher. And taken to the ER where they had to give me hydration, an IV with fluids and medicine that helped me sleep. And for the first time since all of this started, I got 10 hours of sleep.
This was the largest search and rescue that Nevada had ever seen. And when they finally called it off, everyone was just so shocked. But you can't search the entire state of Nevada. It's just too vast, it's too broad. And it had been so long that the chances of finding him and finding him alive were slim to none.
The investigation was dead in the water. We didn't have any leads. The fingerprints in the truck didn't match any database, so we didn't know what to do. But then Gary's followers started calling. And this whole thing was turned on its head.
So I'm at my desk and I'm going through the show notes. I'm getting ready to go on air, and my producer comes through my door and he's like, "You have a phone call. You have to take this phone call." And I get on the phone, and it's one of our listeners. And he's telling me that I have to look into Gary's blog. He's going on and on about this crazy story about Gary, and he's telling me that he thinks he knows where he is. He thinks he knows what happened to him, and that I have to go and look at this blog right now.
My friend Monica calls me and tells me that it's all over the news that all these people are calling into the radio station, and she tells me that they're talking about Gary's blog and the fact that it needs to be read and that there's comments and everything. And so once I got discharged, I went straight to Gary's house so I could read the blog and see what all this was that they were talking about.
Unfortunately, Beverly found out about Gary's blog hours before we did, and she went right over there and really messed things up.
Hey guys, it's me again. A lot of people have been following the blog and new to the blog and been saying I'm just trying to copy Naked and Afraid. And as you can tell, I'm not naked or afraid out here. So I'm not trying to copy the show. And also my ex loved the show, so I'm sick of it. It's the reason why people are called exes.
So while I'm trying to navigate through everything on his blog, you know, going through the operator stuff and everything, and I finally get in there and I realize he has 50,000 viewers. I was shocked.
Not a single person in Gary's life knew about his blog, which was really shocking considering the fact that he had 50,000 followers. That really says something if you think about it.
Of course, I immediately jump on my computer and I go to his blog, and I'll never forget the title because I actually thought it was really clever. It was called "Don't Hike with Headphones."
Hey guys, up here at the top of the mountain, as you can see, there's the great view behind me. One of the questions I get asked on the blog a lot was, what dangers are there out here? Are there any threatening animals like rattlesnakes and mountain lions? And yeah, there are rattlesnakes at the lower elevations. You might have noticed I don't hike with headphones or anything on, so I can listen for them.
And it's your basic, survivalist type blog, how to build a fire, how to filter water. And I just start scrolling through, and I scroll all the way to the latest videos that he had posted.
I'm trying to navigate to find out where these notifications are coming from, because he is getting notification after notification. I mean, it's ding, 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 ding.
So I was driving when I found out Gary had a blog. I pulled over and looked for it on my phone. And the first thing that I noticed was that he didn't go by his real name. He went by Scorpion Sam.
My biggest thing I've ever ran into was I got stung by a scorpion kicking over a rock once. Had to go to the hospital once I got back to my truck. That was a day hike with a swelling up hand.
I'm finally able to get to the notifications, and this notification pops up and they're saying, I bet he found it. And that something bad happened. And I'm thinking, they're saying he found it and something bad happened. Found what?
And then came Gary's now infamous video post. I have worked a lot of strange cases in my career, and Gary's by far was the most unusual. Just the way that he described what he was looking at, what he saw, how terrified he was, it just really scares me.
So I start watching the second to last video on Gary's blog, and he's at his home and he's sitting there and he's telling his viewers basically what he came across on his last expedition.
I saw his last 3 videos, and what I saw changed everything.
he's pretty worked up in this video. You can tell he's nervous, he's scared.
As soon as his video started, I could tell he was troubled by something. Something had him so unnerved. He was 3 days into his expedition and he started to smell smoke and that. And he was out in the middle of nowhere, so he got curious and started to look around.
He comes across this cabin, and it's not, like a nice cabin. It's like a makeshift cabin, almost kind of like a homeless type of structure, sticks and twigs, and there's smoke coming out of the chimney. And, Gary's not someone to be scared of someone else, out in the wilderness, but he said he was just like frozen in his tracks. And he just felt this like sixth sense of basically impending doom.
It was the look on his face that really got to me when he described this cabin out in Nevada.
He said that the longer he stood and looked at it, the more spooked that he got, the feeling of dread, the sixth sense that he needed to get out of there.
Like he wanted nothing to do with that place. And so, he hightails it out of there and he goes to sleep in his tent. I remember this because he talks about how he was so scared he slept with his shoes on all night. He didn't bring his firearms, so he was totally just vulnerable out there and terrified. And he wakes up the next morning and there's footprints, and they're barefoot footprints.
These two things are now connected. We had something to go on.
The hike back to his truck, which took 3 days, he felt like somebody was following him.
So this was a really sad story to me, to see Gary's followers turn on him. That blog was everything to him. He really admired them and their comments. It was something really special to him. And to see them go from loving him to bullying him, calling him a loser, a liar, and putting him down, it was really sad to see.
And the comments are like, everyone's kind of just like, well, go back, take video, show us this place. Is this place even exist? Is this even real? And he's getting like really hit by his followers. Basically, they're kind of bullying him. They don't believe that he came across this. They go to his blog for a reason, and now they feel like he's just, getting into ghost stories or something. And so I really feel like he fell into a bit of cyberbullying in the fact that they were not going to be, his faithful followers anymore unless he goes back and proves that he saw this, he experienced this.
It broke my heart to read the comments that said that he was nothing but a lonely loser and that all he was doing was trying to get attention by making shit up, and that they didn't believe him.
I actually didn't know about the blog, but I knew he was doing something because he was always in the backyard making videos, telling the camera how to make a campfire. Or I always heard him in his room, like giving survival tips and things.
Hey guys, just walking through the woods here. It's a beautiful day in the backwoods in Nevada. But a lot of people ask what I would do if I got lost back here. I had to spend several more days than I planned on. I guess first thing I would do would be find a nice, nutritious cow patty, because they're so yummy. I'm just kidding. You don't want to eat cow shit. That would be bad. But there are ways you can scavenger for food out here.
I was so upset by everything, and I wanted to download this and do what I could so that I could take it to the cops. And during all the
Hey guys, I'm back. Wanted to make a video about the different comments people left on my last video. A lot of you were coming up with some crazy theories on what was out there, what I saw in the woods. Some of you don't believe it. Some of you are asking for the location and want to find it yourself. I'm really against people going out in the backwoods of Nevada without experience. There's a lot of dangers out there, from old mines to just random people, and you can get lost easily. The scenery looks a lot of the same, and if there's no trails, you can get lost and turn around and be out there for days. And if you don't bring enough food or water, you're in real danger. So I don't want to give out the location and just be the one that causes a whole bunch of people to go out in the backwoods in Nevada. I'll go out there, find the shelter again. This time I'll bring my camera and firearm. I have to do some work first, but I plan on leaving on the 22nd, and I'll need a good 6 days to be out there again. It's a good 3 days in and 3 days back, but we're gonna find out what this is, and look forward to another video once we finally get out there. I'll have something for you guys posted.
He goes, and that's it. And that's the last video of Gary. And no one knows where he was going. So the search is so vast, and Nevada's huge, and he could be anywhere. This place that he talks about could be anywhere.
This became a perfect storm because now we knew what Gary was doing. We just had no idea where.
I had no idea that he had this whole other life, this blog, all these followers and everything. Had I known that, I would have never, ever let him go back out there.
This whole case turned from a missing persons to a huge mystery. Whose cabin was this? I mean, who lives out there? Where is this cabin? I mean, if it's in the middle of nowhere, what type of person lives in the middle of nowhere? And if you're about to go find that person, I don't know if they're going to be too happy to be found. I mean, if they're out there that far, they're out there that far for a reason.
Once the radio station broadcast about it, his blog and everything, everybody just went crazy before the cops could even take it down. The conspiracy theories were just everywhere, from witches to aliens, Area 51, you name it.
People started coming out of the woodwork, and everyone had a theory as to who the cabin belonged to, what was in the cabin. There were some comments about Gary had discovered a witch and she was making secret potions, and somehow he had gotten involved. And I mean, it was crazy. Other people thought it was just a hermit, someone who just wanted to be left alone. People thought that maybe it was a government, secret government operation, aliens. I mean, I could go on and on about the many theories that people thought.
The only reasonable explanation I could come up with was maybe Gary had stumbled upon an illegal marijuana growing operation out there in the middle of nowhere, Nevada, and they killed him for it. It has happened before, but I was wrong.
I just couldn't shake this sickening feeling. Before I knew it, the cops showed up and they had known all about his blog, and I was actually on the computer when they got there, and they gathered everything up, seized everything, including his hard drives.
Guys, little model train video here. I just got back from a flea market, and look what I picked up today. Got a nice little HO diesel locomotive, lettered for one of my favorite railroads called the California Western, out of Northern California. Set that down. Then got this brand new steam engine for the Santa Fe.
My private investigator called and said that the detectives on the case wanted to meet with me. So I ended up going down to the precinct, and they kept asking me, is there anything you need? Have you eaten today? Or, just beating around the bush. And I finally asked him, what is going on?
Back on! We are back with a break in the case of missing hiker Gary Hinge. Was made yesterday when his backpack was discovered by a couple camping in White Pine County. When they woke up in the morning, they found the backpack had been intentionally placed in their campsite. What they found inside has sent a shockwave through the state of Nevada. Hinge's truck was found parked in Eureka earlier this month, but police now say they have evidence that it was parked there to throw off investigators searching for him.
They woke up to find Gary's backpack draped on a shovel that they had there. And when they opened it, Gary's belongings were in there. As well as a severed hand. Gary's hand.
The way that his hand was severed was incredibly violent. The way that it was chopped off was just gruesome.
It was deliberately placed there because someone wanted it to be found.
The forensics showed that his hand had been severed for more than 5 weeks.
And it was still clutching a video camera. And what's even more crazy was the hand wasn't like torn off from a body. It was a clean cut.
I was gutted by the fact that he had suffered.
Once the camera was discovered, everybody wanted to know, is there a tape? And does the tape work? And what's on the tape?
We were very anxious for the crime lab to process the evidence. And sure enough, when they did, the memory chip was still in the camera. It was truly terrifying to watch, and I can't even imagine the true horror that he faced out there.
Bill calls me, and the forensic investigators have video of Gary's final moments, and so they take us into a room.
The team thought it would be best if I sat down with Beverly and watched the videos with her, because I had a relationship with her and I had a kind of a special rapport. So they thought it would probably be best if maybe I sat down with her first.
Bill started the first video, and there was Gary shining his light around, saying hello. And the innocence in his voice, I couldn't do it. I had to stop. And then Bill finished watching.
The clips begin like all the other clips. Gary's even smiling, but he has no idea what's about to happen.
Hey guys, a little video update. There's thunder. Storm's coming in, I gotta make this quick. Got a whole nother ridge line to climb before I get to the spot where I saw that shelter, but I'm about halfway there, a day and a half in. We'll see what we find. Climbed over one mountain range already, got one more to go. And better make it quick because that storm's coming in fast. We'll see what's on the other side. I got a ways to go, but the weird thing is I'm already distinctly smelling the smoke like I smelled last time. There's no fires around. There shouldn't be anyone out here. But it's very faint, but very distinct smell of smoke. Kind of getting creeped out, but not as much as I was last time yet. We'll see what happens. Look for another video update soon.
Alright guys, getting closer. There's a marker I left as I came back in the daytime. That way I can tell where I was in the dark. Alright, here's the final marker. Wow. Hey guys, I'm here. You can see the chimney, you can see the cabin, you can see everything else I described in previous videos.
From what you do see from the person in the video, you could tell that they have a lot of physical deformities. And it's probably one of the main reasons why they chose to live where they lived. You know, they felt shunned by society.
When we found out what actually happened, it was like this weight had been taken off of Beverly and I's relationship. And now we're actually really close, and I actually consider her kind of a big sister.
Just hiking along, almost to the top, over that mountainside. Still some thunder in the distance. Amazing how far you can hike and only seeing a couple of deer. Not much wildlife that I've seen. I'm sure they see me. Stay hidden. But just a lot of sagebrush and trees and peaceful desert. The great thing about Nevada, wide open spaces.
Everybody immediately wants to go and search for the one thing that they've been told not to go search for. And so now there's this whole band of influencers who are out there wanting to find this person and post about it and blog about it and make a video about it. And to me, that's terrifying.
Got it on mute.
All right, thank you.
There you go.
Sorry. So, what'd you think? I thought that. I mean, guys were saying they think that was pretty good. That wasn't bad. What'd you think, man? I mean, creepy as hell.
It took a bit to get to it, and I was like,
Yeah.
wondering. I was thinking maybe he, just got lost and something terrible might have happened, but it definitely was terrible. I mean, it definitely gave me the wrong turn vibe once I saw the guy. I was like, what the,
Right. Hills have eyes.
And knowing it's true, really creeped me out a bit, man. Yeah, makes you really want to be careful when you're heading out in the woods and going that far in,
Right. Well, I'm glad people wanted. Karen loved it. I'm glad you guys liked it. It's called, again, I'm saying this for the purposes of me not being demonetized. Horror in the High Desert. Let me give credit where credit is due. Indie Writes Movies for Free is where we watched it. So, YouTube, Indie Writes Movies for Free is where we watched Horror in the High Desert. Thank you guys for allowing us to watch this on here. Thanks for being here, brother. We're going to close off after this.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to share with the chat?
Well, I'm working on getting some episodes loaded up here soon. Got some shows lined up, so I'm definitely going to have to bring you on, Matt.
Thank you. I would love to be.
Yeah, and I need to reach out to Rye. Hi, Rye. And it's just getting Mountain Man Explorer Truth coming back up, and I can't wait to start dropping episodes every week, and And I'm gonna try to do some live shows as well, and I'd like to invite you into that. So
Oh man, both of us would love to, I'm sure. And
oh yeah,
DJ for sure. I'm glad we didn't run into anybody like that in Hellier, because that wouldn't have
yeah,
ended well for them. That's for
man.
sure.
It definitely gives me a creepy vibe because out here in the big thicket, I take a little stroll on the creek trail over here, just checking it out on my own, and I had that funny feeling like something was watching me, but I wasn't that deep in. But just gives you that creepy vibe, like better be aware of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And just for everybody, never unload your gun into a bush where you can't see
No,
where someone
no,
is.
yeah,
Um,
make sure they count.
yeah, for sure.
And maybe go
So
for the head.
have you two in the head, what is it? One in the chest, two in the head, whatever, they say. So I had a great time tonight, man. I love that you were here. As always, and you will, I'll always be welcome. I'm going to be asking you regularly. Everybody, thank you
Anytime.
who came. We had a good group here tonight. We will be back on Tuesday. We're going to get back on the regular schedule. I have a number of things that I'm almost finished with. We're going to be releasing this week. So thanks everybody. Love you for those that donated. Thank you those that didn't. Thank you for just being here. I would appreciate it if you haven't liked the video, please do. I would also really appreciate if you guys could just join them, be a subscriber. And if you guys don't use the hype, if you haven't used it, if you don't know what it is, when you watch a video or you come up on a video that's played, you go to like the comments and you swipe left. There's something called hype, and you can press it 3 times and you give points to a smaller channel. I would greatly appreciate it if you guys could give me your hype. It would really help the 412. And other than that, man, thanks again, everybody, for being here. I love you all. Thank you to my lovely wolf pack, my mods, BJ, Kel, and Josie. You guys are the best. And again, thanks, Blake, man. You're the
Always my
best,
honor.
brother.
It was an honor to be on, Matt. Can't wait to do more.
Absolutely. It's an honor. I can't wait to be on yours, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, everybody. We will see you on Tuesday, and we will close out with my man, Josh and Inokio. See you guys later.
There are things in this world that we cannot understand. Things we thought were myth. Mysteries that defy reality. And even darker conspiracies. What Lurks Beneath will take you deep into real cases and accounts of the strange and supernatural that will leave you wondering the truth about what's truly around us. You won't want to miss this one.
In today's world, video isn't optional, it's essential. At Full Res Films, we bring your story to life with cinematic quality and creative vision. From corporate videos that inspire, to powerful testimonials that build trust, to breathtaking drone footage that elevates your brand. Whether it's live events, training videos, music videos, or documentaries, our team captures every moment. Don't settle for ordinary, choose Full Res Films, and let's create something amazing together. FullResFilms.com, 216-201-9649.
Planet 412 is your channel through the veil, where cryptids walk, UFOs soar, and the paranormal whispers in the dark. From chilling storytelling, eerie narrations, and on-location investigations, to live streams, exclusive interviews, and shocking reviews of the bizarre, Planet 412 is your front row seat to the supernatural. Subscribe now, Planet 412 on YouTube. Do you believe?